And here we are, Blood Totems. This is a level that has gone through so many revisits, small fixes, because making an open level and giving player huge freedom, huge mobility means they can break the level instantly. And yeah, I'm gonna talk more about that when we get outside. I think this level is where I made the jump pads too, yeah, the first time. Yeah, I never really changed the jump pad meshes. These aren't even models, these are made with the level geometry stuff, and I'm still using this in episode 2. This texture, I think, is snail shell? Yeah, either a snail shell or some kind of deep sea creature's shell. There's a bunch of growth textures that I haven't used because they're sort of like cheating. How do you say it? Chitin? Insect chitin? Shitting insect. Yeah, anyway. What I was gonna say. So yeah, this level was often the first glimpse into Incision for many players. This was the Steam demo level before the early access release. I was working really hard on the episode, and while I was making it, I also had to constantly go and revisit this because people, especially a certain speedrunner, was constantly giving me trouble, finding ways to skip through the level and climb into the sky against the invisible walls and all kinds of craziness. This level is, to me, closest to the sort of Doom design of the horseshoe design. I'm gonna no-clip back up so I can show what I mean. Like when you come into this room, you can go here and there's this weird gate showing the rooftops, and the level ends when you fall through that gate. And basically the level does a huge loop back to the beginning. And it's something I tend to forget when I make levels these days, especially. I make often like levels that just go forward and you go through areas and don't revisit them. I have to focus more on that. Focus more on trying to make this level but better. Yeah, I really like this. I just used basic growth textures to create this absolutely weird structures here. This level is that really started to like click the style and the law for me, because I also made these guys for this level. I added these to the past levels retrospectively. So I started to get this idea that the growth isn't just like making this meat stuff and these monsters, but it's sort of like replacing everything it touches. Like, I don't know what these things are. There's blinking lights and there's pipes, and it's like to me it's sort of like creating this huge computer out of this place. Huge computer, or like just machines that do its bidding. Like huge nonsensical machine maze out of everything. Lots of weird stuff like this. I don't know what this is, but it's green. It's green, it breaks the colors a bit, like here. I like this sort of style where you have red and green, so it becomes very like sick looking, disgusting colors. This especially comes into play in the second level. I'm on the like a level after this, the field pit. So yeah, here's some stuff. When you go here and this breaks, I don't know why this breaks. You could go up there and then you could like jump somehow like over there to like basically skip half of the level, and I kept blocking ways for the like this is a way to block that one speedrunner from breaking this level, but they still found a way around it somehow. I was like tweaking the jump length, jump curves to prevent him from doing that, but at the same time trying not to break the game otherwise, like make the jumps too lame or something. I think that was one of the reasons why the double jumping became so like low. It's more like you hover. I even added to the loading screens like a tip that double jumps are not for gaining height, they are for dodging projectiles, which is true. You can look at dudes shooting at you and then you do this and you just go over the bullets easily. Incision has a very unique feel to it, but that's because at some point in development I just sort of stopped looking at other games. I felt I was otherwise going to copy too many things, like Dusk especially, which I used as a reference in the beginning, how to make this kind of retro stuff. When some people posted videos of this on YouTube, this demo, people were like, hey, this is Dusk 2, this is like, I don't know, Quake 2 and Dusk together, which is sort of true, but that's what made me start thinking like, no, I don't want to make something that others are making. I'm just going to stop playing boomer shooters, which is true. I haven't played most of those. I like making one, but when you're making one, you just don't have first of all, you don't have the energy to play those anymore. But at the same time, it's good to not play them because you subconsciously start to learn how they work, and you're just going to copy them. It's good to have like passion for a certain genre and keep it to yourself, like just do how you feel the genre should play and see if it works. And that's something I try to make like in the future for like this one beat 'em up game that I'm playing. I liked playing Final Fight and Streets of Rage and stuff like that, but I these days I avoid that because I would just copy those games. I want to make something that is a beat 'em up game, but it's mine game, not something that just does what others have already done, without saying it in the way that I'm just trying to forcibly innovate. I hate the word innovation. I just hate it. Like, I don't give a shit what somebody says, like, oh, my game is innovating and our technology is innovating. Like, I don't care. Is it fun? Like, you can make of course you can like copy something that people like and it's going to be fun, but if you make something for the sole purpose of innovating, which often is used as marketing talk, it just comes off as very, very soulless. Please don't clip this rant, because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying all the time. Anyway, here's Kitty. Kitty feeds on flesh blood. Can't talk, goddammit. Feeds on fresh blood. And it does this when enemies jib. They leave this trail now. It's kinda hard to see always, but it creates a trail that gives you some blood. And it uses blood to attack. It shoots sticky bombs. It's really fun. People know this stuff. If they don't, something they might not have noticed is this, that when you shoot the alt fire, you can move it with your aim. It goes up the ass. Kitty was fun. This is a weapon me and my girlfriend basically came up, and like one friend too. I was at this working in a certain place. My girlfriend was there, and I had a friend or two there, and we used to like sit outside of the workplace, just skipping work. And, just talk about this game, like weird ideas, like sphincter doors and I don't know, not copying, but like taking cues from Unreal. At one point I wanted to make this game feel like Unreal. Anyway, Kitty came up when I was really thinking that the game is so fleshy, so living, that this kind of like Half-Life living weapon would be perfect for it. And so I went to the workplace and I fire up Blender. It was kind of place where we can do whatever the fuck we want, so I fired up the Blender and I just started making this. We wanted to make this something cute and fun, but like gruesome at the same time. So I just make this weird bug, and I didn't want to make it like the hive hand in Half-Life, where Gordon basically sticks his arm up its ass. So Kitty is a cute thing. This is actually a bug that he constantly pets it. There should be a random delay before the petting animation plays. Then these spikes on the back. These are like remnant of what Kitty was supposed to be. Kitty was supposed to be a railgun. You were supposed to feed her blood, and it would grow these spikes and then shoot them from the mouth like railgun. And the alt-fire would shoot all the four, and they would like bounce around, which was eventually used for Jawbreaker, the second shotgun. Yeah, and I have a railgun in plans, but I think this is railgun enough for a while. Basically having a railgun that's slightly more powerful and doesn't require this kind of spinning. That's the idea for the final weapon. That and then some really powerful, fun alt-fire that spends all the ammo. Maybe. Don't quote me on that, because my ideas change every morning. Yeah, Kitty really stuck with this game, and I really like this gun. Kitty like is this, I think, sort of like a culmination of the vibes that I had when I started making this game seriously. I always have like a hint of humor, or like a wink saying to the player that this isn't fully serious. Like the game is really dark and gruesome and serious in the story, but I don't take this seriously. Like, look at this dude. This isn't serious. This is goofy as fuck. So it's okay to have like a funny, cute pet enemy. I'm going to actually have Kitty in some of the cutscenes, showing that she's actually like a pet, basically. And in this version, this isn't release version. This version is 4.5.105. Okay, before the E1M3 release. Anyway, in this build, there's a unique pickup text for Kitty in every level, and it's been programmed that Kitty doesn't appear in a level if you already have her, because it's canon that there's only one Kitty. There's a bug in the current release version that you can find multiple Kitties because of that. So I have these funny pickup texts that are like, hey Kitty, what are you doing here? Like, stop running from me. Like, Kitty doesn't care. This guy looks away and Kitty just starts walking away, and he finds him later. Moving away from Kitty, because we are coming to this room. This is a fun room. The big boys. What can I say about big boys? Big boys and the crafting throne are two big cool things that I made with no plan to say what they were. These were made like in a one evening. I really liked how they looked, and I'm just using them as decoration, and I can just openly say that I don't know what the fuck they are. I'm trying to find some kind of law explanation for them. Who knows, maybe the growth has been like trying to grow some kind of titans, but it doesn't have the energy, or they failed, or they just aren't ready yet. And there's a streamer, this Jared, and Jared. Why is it so hard to say that name? freaking Finnish tongue. Jared, when he streamed this game, and he kept saying that Incision's strength is this stuff, that you go through these hard sequences and then you get a moment of like peace, and you look at the surrounding, and there's always something really unique and cool to look at, like this stuff. Like you're just left to wonder, like, what the hell this is. Like, do they attack me? Are they alive? And he said that these are like visual rewards for the player. That's something I never thought about while making this game. That's why I'm bringing him up now. Like, when I made this level, I just put stuff together and play them a lot and feel what's fun and stuff like that. But visuals to me are like often given. I don't mean like somebody gives them, but they are like a given to me, that it's just obvious that there's something in the level, something like that. I don't consider them as a reward. To me, reward in a game is like health, ammo, or the exit. So when he talked about visual rewards, that like woke up something in my brain. Like, yeah, that's actually a good point. Like, you can do that with graphics. And I was often like thinking, fuck the graphics. Like, I don't care about the graphics. Like this kind of stuff, this was just fun to make. I didn't think of it like something that would make players go ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I say ooh because I lost a level. And now the best track is playing. There's an enemy. This and the collapsing building that you'll see later were the first things made for this level, I think. I really wanted to make this actual like arena. Incision isn't like balanced for arena fights, and you don't have to play this like an arena, but this is really fun if you just go fast and use like crazy stuff like this. Just melt the enemies. Look at all these dudes, you can just blow them up instantly, they're weak as hell. This is fun stuff. This is what I would call a reward in a game, because if you know that you can do this kind of stuff, like going this fast and be this powerful, it becomes fun and you sort of stop being so afraid of stuff. Many players who tested this game at first, they were sort of afraid of going ham. And when I was playing, of course I was going ham all the time. Like this, just flying around with a double jump and fucking around, seeing what happens. Yeah, I'm getting lost in topics now. This is the titular blood totem of the level. I had no idea what to call this level, so I just named it after this totem stuff. There we go. I should use Kitty more. There's also a secret up there, but I'm not sure how to get there anymore. I knew it at some point, and I think this is bugged too. I have to see. Yeah, this is bugged. Oh, no, it's not. It's just... oh, okay. It's really picky. Look at this. Okay, no more. No more fun. Yeah, so up there is a secret. In this game there are right now 2 what I call neat tricks secrets. They don't count as secrets because they're so dumb to find. And that was added as something that the speedrunner would do, that I mentioned earlier, who would break this level. I can try to find it, but if it takes too much time I can just no-clip up there to show that it really is there. It's something you have to do to sort of you have to go out of bounds, sort of. Anyway, here's the collapsing building. This was the first thing I made for this level. I only had that street down there, and I really wanted to first make like this more open level, sort of what you would see in I think like Redneck Rampage. with like open streets and some trees and yards and houses and stuff like that. But my mind isn't made for that. I made the level still very compact and linear, and you just go through these weird things that leave a lot of room for imagination, like what these are. I guess this is some kind of rooftop with trash cans. And yeah, I remember posting that collapsing building on Twitter, and people seemed to like it a lot, and I felt it was something really unique. It does instantly kill you if you actually jump there. There's a bunch of kill triggers that go off when it falls down. I should have actually added some kind of enemy group down there. When it falls down, like something opens and 10 cheeks start walking out and the building just falls on them. Something like that would have been funny. So yeah, this is the exit. You have to jump down there. But let me think. Basically, the idea, yeah, this is something I want to talk about, the speedrunning thing. In Incision, there isn't physics for slopes. So if something isn't 90 degrees upright, you can climb it. It can be 89 degrees upright, you can climb it. And that was the trick. They could climb up through that to that smokestack. Let me see if I can get there somewhere. I think you had to like go up this, maybe. It's a shame I don't have quick saves. Okay, let's try this. Go here. Nope. Okay. Okay, I can't remember it. I'm gonna no-clip to the smokestack. I'm gonna just look around. What could it be? Maybe it's something you can't actually get anymore. I have to ask the super fans who break this game all the time. Like, how the hell do you do this? Because Mr. Developer can't remember anymore. Please help. So basically they get to this rooftop and then they just spam jump here. This slope thing used to give me so much headache. Like, I always have to think how I build geometry so players can't abuse it like this. But I think in some levels I have to actually add something like this just for fun. This level is full of fun memories for me, because there's Kitty and there's this kind of exploits and there's the building that collapses and the music is fucking phenomenal. And these things, that rib cages and skulls, are actually original gyps made for the game. Before enemies had unique gyps, I would have this what I call just human gyps. There were a bit more of them, like bone arms and hands and legs that would spawn when enemy gyps, but I chose to not use those, so I put them into decorations in some levels. And here you can go up here and it says neat tricks. Now get off my skull. Yeah. Final note. This skybox should change. I should change it, because this isn't intended that this hole is in the sky here. The hole was in the first level. That when the main character's building is in this weird flesh cocoon, and there's a hole in the ceiling at the top. But this isn't supposed to be here. I think I just stopped looking up and forgot about it. You can see these buildings in the distance. This is very Doom 2 like. And yeah, I just have to remove that from the skybox because that's not canonical. I don't want this whole city to be in a flesh cocoon. The point is that the city has just high walls, not that high, high walls that you will see in the episode 3. Yeah, I kind of imagine this city is like it's a normal city, but for some reason it has these high walls. Like it's a round city, and it's in like this American desert. I like the images of American desert, probably because I like imagining that this kind of like really dark images of deserts that don't have any light. Like those places are scary as hell. And imagine like a huge city that gets infested like this, and when you try to escape it, there's like nothing out there. Maybe like a trailer park somewhere, but nothing that can really help you. It's very like isolating. That's something I want to bring back in the second game, if I ever make like a second Incision game. Show more of the world, not just focus on the city. I don't know if the city will even be in that game anymore. It might be just nuked off the planet eventually. Not in this game, but in the story. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna jump here into the giant green butthole. Here's some enemies. I added this in one update just for fun, mess with players. Small surprise. These guys aren't like any kind of threat. I should buff them a little bit, make their bullets faster, make them shoot more often. And there. Oops, that I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this video here. This was kinda fun to make. Next up is Filth Pit. I'm not sure what to talk about that. Maybe more about the lore? Yeah. After Filth Pit comes the interesting stuff that I had to come up in the crunch period. I think I crunched for like 3 months to get the episode out, and that's when I made the cult stuff for this episode. That sort of became a side note in the whole of the lore. But those are still fun stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it here. See you in the next one. Bye.